Let's start. Q Jump, 2021, 5. Page 24 Number 1. It was a brilliant afternoon, warm and sunny, and Susan walked all the way home, thinking about the script to start. Susan. But the image of receiving an Academy Award kept coming up over and over, even though she didn't believe it for a minute. Yet Urgil had seemed so sure. Urgil. Whom should I thank? Do I want to thank Seltzer for his confidence in me and for helping me overcome writing anxiety? Seltzer? Do I want to thank Dana for always being available as my trustful reader? Dana? Do I want to thank my Smith Corona electric typewriter and my El Cheapo bargain typing paper for making this script possible? Smith Corona? Do I want to thank my good friend and collaborator Urgil Feather? Urgil Feather? Let's not get carried away here. Urgil Feather is not my collaborator, he's the producer. Urgil Feather. He gave me my chance, but I'll be the one to write the script. I owe it to myself and to my career. Page 24 Number 2. A quick web search will yield many dozens of methods, tips, and techniques for discovering your life purpose, some in as little as 20 minutes. 20. While it's unlikely that you'll find a quick fix way to discover your life purpose, the abundance of search results reflects the struggle so many people have with finding a deeper purpose to their lives, and even more so in their work. German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why can endure anyhow." Friedrich Nietzsche. Knowing your why is the first step to figuring out your how you will achieve the success you want. Without a clear why, it is harder to figure out your how, and tougher still to go on when the going gets tough. In John F. Kennedy's words, effort and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. John F. Kennedy. You must start with a clear sense of purpose and direction. Page 25 Number 3. Dorothea Lange's oeuvre constitutes one of the most moving and committed contributions to the social documentary photography in the 20th century. Dorothea Lange. 20. After studying at Columbia University in New York, she started out as an independent portrait photographer in San Francisco. Shocked by the number of homeless people in search of work during the Great Depression, she decided to take pictures of people in the street to draw attention to their plight. In 1935, she joined the Farm Security Administration, FSA, and reported on living conditions in the rural areas of the USA. 1935, Farm Security Administration, FSA. In a direct manner, she documented the bitter poverty of migrant workers and their families. One of the most famous photographs of the FSA project is Migrant Mother, the portrait of a Californian migrant worker with her 3 children. FSA Migrant Mother. This highly concentrated image has made Dorothea Lange an icon of socially committed photography. Dorothea Lange. Page 25 Number 4. A tree is a huge biomass that affects everything around it. By its sheer size it provides homes for many creatures and insects, all of which also use it for food. These creatures often distribute the seeds of the tree in return. The roots have fungi that benefit the soil, and trunks and leaves provide shelter from the wind. Even more importantly, the tree changes the temperature and climate around itself. A large oak tree can release through evaporation 40,000 gallons of water per year. 4. Not only is this critical for the Earth's water cycle, but it also cools the surrounding air and helps rainfall. On top of all of this, the structures of the tree store water in the canopy and bark, and from there water runs off down to the plants and soil below. Page 26 Number 5. My father had a favorite story about social practices which he learned from his father. An enormous herd of sheep was moving down a country road, led by a wise old ram. As the lead sheep approached an intersection, a young lady on a bicycle was approaching on the crossroad. The old ram realized that if she had to wait for all those sheep to cross, she would be delayed for hours. The old ram knew he couldn't stop, because of all the sheep pushing from behind. Being the gentleman that he was, he came up with a creative solution. he jumped high in the air, giving her room to pass safely under and continue on her way. Late that night, as the young lady was safely at home and having supper, the sheep were still jumping over the same intersection, but no one knew why. What had started out as a creative idea turned into a senseless institution. Page 26, number 6. It takes no special talent to create academic writing that is complex. All you have to do is throw a lot of big words at your topic, create overly complex sentences, dump information all over the page, and use subject-specific jargon. Anybody can do this. Textbooks and academic journals are often filled with this kind of writing. However, this is not the mark of an effective academic writer. An effective academic writer, like an effective teacher, makes complex things seem simple. In your academic writing, always seek clarity and simplicity. The purpose of writing is not to show how smart you are, how much you know, or how many big words you can use, rather, it is to transmit an idea or convey meaning in the most efficient and effective way possible. Page 27, number 7. When you repeat something, keep it to no more than 3 times. If you present your message less than 3 times, it will not have a very strong effect. If you present your message more than 3 times, it becomes worn out and loses its potency. For example, in a study where children were shown the same ice cream commercial over and over while watching a cartoon, the children who saw the commercial 3 times actually wanted the ice cream more than those who had seen the commercial 5 times. In another study, students were told they were to judge the sound quality of audiocassettes. What the researchers were really searching for, however, was the varying responses after having heard the recorded message 1, 3, or 5 times. The message discussed support of an increase in university spending via visitor luxury tax or increased student tuition. Students actually favored the argument for the luxury tax with up to 3 repetitions, but at 5 repetitions, their favor for this argument declined. Page 27, number 8. For large mammals in forested areas, where fires tend to be infrequent, fire can be lethal. Large mammals that live in grasslands, however, are typically not afraid of fire due to the fact that they receive cues from scent and sound, giving them sufficient advance warning to avoid it. This adaptation is thought to be because brush fires are benevolent with respect to them, affording new growth as well as maintaining diversity in plant species. In addition, fire reduces pests that plague mammals, ticks, and other ectoparasites in particular. Field ecologists studying white-tailed deer in North America observed that they would feed within 20 m, 65 feet, of approaching fire without showing any alarm and were never seen to run away from it. 2065. The end. Good job.